Da, 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 dun, dun, dun. Hello there, and welcome to today's Daily Dominion. We have base plus hinterlands. The 5-2 is a little dubious how I would describe it. The entire kingdom is slightly dubious, but we won't belabor that too much. There's not a lot to do here besides money. Ideally, you're going like Spice Merchant Silver, Jack of all trades Silver in your opening. Certainly, Witch's Hut is a fine card to get at some point here. In the opening, it's a little bit underwhelming. I think it's totally reasonable to pick up a tunnel here if you have some Witch's Huts or even the Jack. And Cartographer can also activate the tunnel, though that's probably less good than just another Witch's Hut, like 100% of the time. I think I'm going to open with Jack. AI has probably the 4-3 and gets to take the silver as well. There's a question here of whether you even bother with like the Spice Merchant at all. It's not incredible by any stretch. We're going to leave this here so we don't trigger shuffle without the Jack, I guess. We're going to have to probably live or die by some shuffles at the end. The risk here, well, you're not getting to a nicer price point anyway. The risk here is that you draw your Spice Merchant dead if you discard. The risk also is that your Spice Merchant just misses if you don't. If there's a silver on top, you do get to a nicer price point. And of course, it's just nice to cycle here, period. But we'll just go ahead and end it. We may not even have... I mean, we may end up with tunnels just via buying them kind of at the end. But you can see the AI is already... Last two cards are coppers, so we might as well draw... Oh, one's a silver. You can see the AI is already running to province, which maybe is slightly early, but like, you know, Jack money is going to be... Well, they're a little early. They don't have any golds. They're doing okay, but it's probably a little soon for province. I think for me, the question is whether I muck around with the Witch's Hut at all at this stage, or whether I just take a gold, which is also quite good because I don't have tunnels. I might have them later, but it's a bit of a stretch to expect to curse much, and the cursing may not do all that much good anyway. Now, to be fair, the Witch's Hut on play is just very strong here anyway, just with the silvers in the deck. So I don't know exactly what's left. I mean, it's got to be cash. So I think I'll just leave it rather than cycle through and just start on the province here. We're gonna, we're gonna live or die by these 7s versus 8 hands. There's no two ways around it. They get a gardens there. That helps a little bit because there's like almost no shot that they get their gardens to 3. I don't think they're going to gain 10 more cards. I mean, it's possible. Depends on how long the game lasts. But that does let us, assuming they don't get the gardens up to 3, that does make up the estate. I bought a duchy. They still have an estate at this point in time anyway. So we're back to even. This is a really nice draw. Of course, this is a really sad draw. Or slightly sad anyway. If we just have to run it and see, we probably don't make it, but we did get there actually. Now the problem is going to be that the next, now fortunately the AI cannot, if the AI is programmed to take ties pretty much. I don't know, you maybe not explicitly, but the AI takes ties, and then the daily, of course, that is beneficial to us. We would love for the AI just to hit 8 here because they'll buy a province. And otherwise, we have to try and keep on matching duchies. We got a very lucky draw there, though, to discard province into silver draw. That's going to give us... That's probably going to take us in safely. Here we could maybe take the buy and just go like Tunnel Gardens. Which I guess that actually, well, it scores a little bit more than Duchy does. Now, of course, if we draw one of the golds, we just win. On the other hand, if the golds are down in here, we can leave them and win that way too. It's kind of a question, actually. We score 4. I mean, that's a big gap anyway. 7, 8. So we're at right at 20. So the Gardens will be 2 points, but I guess we'll play a little safe. There's quite a bit of treasure down in here anyway, so we're likely to hit the 8. Okay. So the AI doesn't take the province now because it's just straight losing, but we did get there. I think the AI would have been in a really fine spot if they had... I don't know. I honestly can't fault the purchases too much. The first province should have been a goal of 100%. I think. Lab is looking a lot of place here. But, you know, I didn't pay enough attention to their shuffles to say we had good draws on the Spice Merchant Jack stuff. There was never any awkwardness there. We did have one awkward Spice Merchant hand, I guess, but we got lucky and made it through. And then the big thing was just at the Jack shuffle there. Hit that silver. If that didn't happen, maybe lose. I don't know. So that's that game. There's nothing interesting particularly. Spade of not the most, well, the horn, maybe the horn game was our last good one. I guess that was just 2 days ago, so that's too bad. This was okay. There's at least some VP choices, but action stuff is extremely limited. All right, I think you get the point. Thank you for watching. We're back to 7, and we do it on a Monday, so maybe we'll get a longer one going this time around. I don't know. We'll have to see, but in any case, I'll catch you all tomorrow.